And we are live here on Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard, and skincare alchemy. And for some reason, I've rolled over my microphone cord and can't get it unstuck. Our hope and goal here at Plus One EXP is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games, and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do it in a lot of different ways, but tonight we're sitting down to do it in the most fun of all ways, which is sitting down with those creators to play those games. We've got with us none other than Sam Dunewald. We had on for an interview 10-ish days ago to talk about the core mechanics that drive Band-Aids and bullet holes, but now we're actually going to sit down and explore that in practice. Sam, for folks who are not familiar with the game yet, why don't you tell them a little bit about who you are, what you do, and then give us the pitch for Band-Aids and bullet holes.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tony. Thanks for everyone for being here. I'm Sam Dunewald. My pronouns are he, him. I'm typically in RPG world, the host of Dice Exploder, which is a Mechanic of the Week podcast. I sit down and go deep on the design behind one game mechanic for one of these story games we all love. And I have on Kickstarter right now this game called Band-Aids and Bullet Holes that we're going to play today. I usually pitch this game as my John Wick game. It's doing John Wick, it's doing Kill Bill, that sort of like hyper bloody revenge thriller kind of game. But it's pick up and play. It's a single session. No one here has done any prep really to sit down and play. The game is also a deck builder. It uses a standard deck of playing cards. We're gonna have a slick little virtual tabletop on playingcards.io that's gonna handle all that for us. And we're gonna create our own little bloody revenge story tonight inside a tight-knit group of assassins in a little assassins union. That's what we're doing.
Meet little assassins.
Yeah.
Awesome. Excited to sit down and play. Let's meet our other players. Let's start with Devin. You were on recently. Let's hear about you again. Tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online.
What up, y'all? My name is Devin. I use they, them pronouns. I'm also a game designer. You can check out Pale Dot or The Conservatory on Plus One EXP. I'm also a composer, and I'm on a bunch of actual play shows, and I have an emo band called Gloomy June.
There we go. Awesome. Excited to have you with us tonight. Mark.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm Mark. I use he and them. Also a game designer. Also do stuff on stream sometimes, and just make a lot of things here and there. Just moved to Detroit and having a great time here.
Awesome. Sam, normally now is a time where we would do our normal safety conversation, but if I recall correctly, Band-Aids and Bullet Holes, does it have its own set of procedures built into the play of the game?
You know, there's a section in the rule book about just sort of like generally treating each other well, and maybe we should start there, like where we're going to treat each other well tonight. And if we stop having fun, we can stop playing the game. And if someone needs to leave, everyone else can hang out and finish the game, or yada yada yada. I really like to frame playing these games just like we're all going to a party. We're going to hang out at that party and like use the sort of basic respect of being at a party. And there's some procedures in terms of like helping set the tone and so forth of the game. But I do think we should maybe go through the sort of traditional safety conversation.
Yeah, we'll use our stream standards then. So the standards that we use here on stream are lines and veils. So lines are things that are off limits in the play of the game. Even if they happen in the wider world of play, they don't happen while we are playing it. Those things that we always have a firm line here are sexual violence and sexual coercion here on stream. Are there anything else we want to put off limits for play? Cool. We'll also have veils, which are things that we want to handle intentionally. So that might be mention them in fade to black, only approaching them within a certain light, or just things that we want to note that we want to handle with care and check in with each other as we're playing. Do we have anything we want to put on our veils list?
Generally fading black on sexual content. Probably good.
Okay, cool.
Great. I would say we also maybe want to check in specifically about violence in this game, given the basic premise. Presumably, we all agreed to be here. We're all on board for some level of violence, but maybe like, do we want to be like PG-13? Do we want to be R-rated? Like, what level of description of violence are we willing to tolerate? Things like that.
I'm cool with this being vetoed, but my vibe with violence is I like extreme, like cartoony violence over anything like realistic.
Yeah.
I guess Kill Bill is kind of a good touchstone for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's sort of the default.
Like somebody's head gets chopped
too.
off and there's like blood squirting everywhere. Like
Yeah. Does anybody want to call it any body parts or types of injuries that they are uncomfortable with getting injured? Also, too, I think is the other big question in there.
Bring it on. I'm ready for
Yeah,
everything.
all good.
Same.
Cool. I love a little squelch, anyways.
Yeah.
In personal play. Cool. I think those are the big things for us to note within that. And then we use an X and O card here. X card is the ability to pause the game and say, "Hey, I want to update a line or a veil," or "Hey, I'm confused about something that's right now happening." It's basically I need to talk about something more broadly. You can type X, say X, put it in the Discord chat, and we will pause the game, identify what the issue is, clear it up, and move forward in a different direction. You can explain things as much or as little as you want to. The O card's the opposite. It's the ability to type or say O to be like, "Hey, let's stay on this for a little while. I'm really into whatever's happening right now. Let's give this scene a little bit more a flavor, just that I like what's happening." The open door policy is the fact that we're all real people with real things happening around us. Any one of us may need to get up, move off screen for a second, go talk to somebody, go take care of something. That's fine. We're real people with real lives. We're going to take care of ourselves and hope that you do also, who are out there watching. So with that said, does anybody have any questions about any of those tools? Cool. Then with that said, we're gonna I'm gonna hand things over to you to kind of help get us oriented and set up the game. The game is GM-less by default, but we don't know the rules as well as you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, I can't remember if everyone has access to the reference sheets document. So I'm going to put that in our chat so you can pull that up if you want to follow along. The second thing I'll say is just on a logistic level, I expect this to take about 2.5 hours. That's pretty typical for playing this game, but we'll kind of keep pace as we go. And then third, we've already kind of introduced ourselves, but when I play Band-Aids and Bullet Holes in the rules of the game, I like to do one of those little intro questions, right? And the intro question for this game that I like to do is what, when you were a kid, was your favorite like toy to play with, like an action figure or a doll or some of that, especially like a character kind of toy. So like I had like a Fisher Price castle with a bunch of plastic little knights in there, and one of the knights got their head kind of whacked off at some point, and so they became like a haunted headless ghost knight that wandered around the castle. And I thought that was very neat. That was my favorite toy. What do you got, Tony?
God, I'm glad that you came straight to me. This is a great moment to unveil that I'm a bit of a weirdo in that I certainly had plenty of toys growing up, but the most of the toys that we had were like what I would call building blocks of fun. And so it was that literally might mean like blocks, but it also might mean like most of my what we would grow I would as an adult learn to call mans instead of guys, because that's what one of my kids called them, was their mans. I had a bunch of like clay, and literally we would like make toys. So we were like a very like artsy education household, and so my toys were way more abstracted, or they were books. But I was just a nerd as a kid, and that's a big part of that. I think my first toy that I ever really loved, that I think has a real nostalgic beat to me, and that I get excited about as an adult, is the like electric race car tracks.
Oh yeah,
where you,
yeah,
the slot car racers specifically type thing.
Yeah.
That's an early touchstone for a non building blocks of fun toy that you could actually just play with. It's also not actually that fun. And so, yeah, Mark, you want to go next?
Yeah. Like everyone of my vintage, I had a lot of Star Wars figures. I really enjoyed playing with Luke Skywalker with the lightsaber that came out of his arm. Was really fun. But I think the one that like most appropriate to bashing guys together, there's a collection of them from different types. There was Micronauts, which was like a little robots and guys you would put together and whatnot. There were larger robots called Shogun Warrior, and also in that same genre were some Godzilla toys. And the thing that I'm 55 now, so I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s with that stuff. And the best part was that they had parts that would shoot off of them, like their fists would shoot off, and they had little guns with little rubber things that would shoot off until someone swallowed them and suffocated, and they don't make them anymore. So those the things where like body parts would fly off of the other guys. That's my jam.
Devin.
I was a bit of a anime and video game fan as a kid. One of my favorite series was Mega Man. And because I was so into like Japanese stuff as a kid, my family would take me to the like Asian market that had the like nerd store that sold the like little models and Gundams and stuff like that. My dad also helped me hack my PS1 to play Japanese games there. But one of my favorite toys that I would buy from the store were Mega Man action figures that were kind of Gundam adjacent, where you like push out the little pieces of their armor out of one of those like plastic grids that are like the molds, and then you put little stickers on them where like the different colors were. So I really liked assembling little robot guys. I wouldn't smash them together though because they were expensive. And for some reason I understood that as a child.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, we've already started talking about this sort of smashing together of the action figures part of this, but that is why this is my question of choice, right? Because the way I like to frame this game, like as players, is I am, as a designer and a host, about to like dump a bunch of characters onto the table, and those characters are like action figures, and then we're gonna, with the actual gameplay, we're gonna get to know some of them, and then on your turn you're gonna pick up two of them and smash them together real hard until one of their heads pops off, right? Like that's kind of the vibe of this game. And part of that means like sharing our toys, right? Like all of the characters are all of our like property, as it were, right? Like they're all within all of our control. And so on your turn, you should feel free to pick up, put your fingerprints on, put your scuff marks on whichever of these toys you want to. But with that, let's get into it. So we've got a little playingcards.io template up here that I believe Tony is gonna show to the lovely audience at home as well. But I am here gonna click this character select button and take a look at this whole screen. So for us, we've got these 12 characters at the bottom of the screen. We also have a bunch of cards that go with those characters. All the cards have like a value, like a playing card rank, and a little short descriptive phrase. These are calling cards, right? So Maurice here has fists like bowling balls and a worn paperback copy of Moby Dick. And these characters will get other ones as we fill them in. And then what we're going to do is learn about what scenario we're playing tonight. We're playing a scenario called Dead Mentor, which is sort of a specific situation story of revenge. And we have 6 different characters that are going to fill out what that story looks like and the roles within it. So, Mark, would you like to maybe volunteer to read out a dramatic reading of the Dead Mentor situation for us?
Yeah, you bet. Dead Mentor. When my rival, that bastard, and I were kids, our mentor taught us everything. I loved them dearly for it, but my rival always resented the way our mentor looked down at them. Today, our mentor turned up dead at home, their life savings gone. There's no evidence, but I know who did it. No one else knew where they kept the cash. That bastard is going to pay. Justicars be damned.
That's right. Justicars.
That's the Justicars on their motorcycles out there.
Yeah, we'll get into the Justicars in a second, but they're basically like the assassin cops that prevent us from just all killing each other willy-nilly. And we don't care about them. We're going to kill each other willy-nilly all the same. So I will lead by example here. I'm going to pick one of the characters down at the bottom here and load them up into the powder keg here is what this situation is called. So I think I'm going to pick a Justicar, actually. I think our Justicar is going to be this guy named Barf. Barf has bloody knuckles and the stench of cigarettes. And then we've got these other 12 kind of generic miscellaneous calling cards up in these kind of red zones up here. And I'm going to pick a third calling card of my own to give to Barf. I'm going to also give him a revolver with a single bullet. I feel like that feels cool and sufficiently Justicar-y for me. Yeah. Who's next?
I also want everybody to know the laugh is not about the name Barf. It is by the fact that I had zero doubt who Sam would pick to put into play first.
Yeah. Barf is my boy. I'm like, yep, Barf is my boy. That's it.
Does anybody have a strong vibe based on that art or anything else they're seeing on who they want to grab?
I know which character I want, but I have to pick one of these like roles, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to know more about any one of those?
No, they seem pretty straightforward.
Okay. Who are you looking at?
I'm looking at Pastor John.
All right.
He, him, calling card, a sawed-off shotgun, and a scar across his neck. Needs 2 graves to be dug. Fuck it. I'm gonna be the bastard.
Yeah. Great.
And I grab both of these and one of the wild cards, right?
That's correct.
Awesome. I'm gonna go with Glass Eye.
Oh, that's fun. That's a little creepy.
Nice.
That's a
Love
nice
that. That's a
bastard
good-
calling
yeah.
card.
Awesome. I mentioned it the other day. I'm a big fan of Blabbermouth Becca. I'm gonna grab her. Let's go with let's go with the mentor.
Yeah.
And she has a puppy in her purse, snake venom nail polish. Oh man, so many good ones. Let's go with empty boba tea. That feels like a good visual for.
She's a big community builder, I
Yeah.
feel like, Becca,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Likes to talk a lot. Yeah.
I can also just imagine a dramatic scene with an empty boba cup rolling across the sidewalk. Like that
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah. Mark.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at Maurice. Let's make Maurice the Bloodhound. Maurice has fists like bowling balls. Maurice has a worn paperback Moby Dick. And let's give Maurice the worst damn luck.
That's right.
That was good.
All right. I'm good.
All right. So joking with chat. All right. I'm allegedly up next. I think Maurice's ex should be Hideko.
Oh, well, you took the spot I wanted, but I'll still pick the character.
All right. Little black book of names, white suit and tied pen, and let's give her a paralyzing nerve pinch technique too. I think that's fun.
I was gonna throw out Lockhart as the ex. That was gonna be my strong move if you hadn't taken it. Let's take Queenie as the bastard's parent. Here we've got some flirty banner, got some light up combat boots, and bag of wine feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah, I know that's a mom for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get these extra characters out of here, and now here we are. This is our situation, right? So Maurice and Pastor John were mentees of Becca, and Maurice believes John to have killed Becca and wants revenge for it. Now we're gonna go around and we're gonna each take turns picking one character other than someone that we assign. So I can't pick Barf or Hideko here, and we're gonna check in on that character at their safest and most loved. Like, what's their happy place? We're gonna just paint a little picture of a slice of life of them. And I think Mark was up next. Maybe Devin.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with Barf, the Justicar. Barf at his most safe. I think he has a. It's not even a diner. It's just like a like the corner table at a bodega or something, where he gets like a nasty greasy sandwich and a Coke, and it's like no one knows him there. He just sits and pretends to be a normal person for a little bit while enjoying his disgusting food.
Yum. Devin.
I think we see Hideko. They're at a art gallery, and they're just staring at a like all black canvas, kind of pretentiously, but like they must be thinking about it because they've been standing there for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it reminds them of something else, but they feel at peace. Everything is in order.
Nice.
The strokes are very clean.
I'll do Maurice. I want to see Maurice maybe at the bowling alley with like a bowling ball in their hand that is like looks like sort of just like a bouncy ball because the hands are so big. And Maurice is doing almost that same thing as Barf, right? Of just kind of like, being somewhere where no one knows who they are and they can just kind of like relax and let loose and not have to talk to anyone for a while.
Pardon me. I think the only one I can pick is Barf. I think for Barf, I think we see the inside of a church.
Wait, did we see Barf already? Did I screw up? Was John the first person?
I don't think we saw John.
Oh, it's Barf we saw was the thing. I'm taking Pastor John. Gotcha. Cool.
Got it.
Hold on. Let me
we lost Mark, but
that's fine. Well,
sure
hopefully they'll hop back in. I know they're having some connectivity issues. Let's see. Glass eye. Yeah. Let's do for the bastard. Let's put them at a vet's office where they work kind of like they hang out in the front area of this like seedy vet's office that you get the feeling this vet might from time to time work on people animals also too.
We got some real animals in this city.
Yeah. The art is good.
Human veterinarian, interesting.
Great. So that's sort of our setup. We've gotten to know some of these characters, get that opening montage kind of thing going on here. And the next thing that we got to do is we got to join the Assassins Union ourselves. We've got to take the oath of heaven together. So heaven is the organization, the institution. If you've seen John Wick, the allegory is the high table there, right? Like they are like the Assassins Union. They allow all of the assassins space to ply their trade as ferrymen. Ferryman is their like highfalutin term for an assassin that allegedly sounds better. And they have basically put together a little union so that we're not killing each other all the time. And to join that union, we have to take the oath. We have to take the oath of heaven. So if you open up your getting started document here, I think the right way to do this online is
I was ready. Ready for the weird desync of online play.
I mean, you know what? Let's do it. I've done that before. It's super fun. It sounds atrocious, and God, is it lovely. So we're all gonna if you go to the first page, the getting started page of this PDF, we're all gonna read this all voices line together, and then starting with me, we'll go down the line and read the one voice laws out. One by one, and then there's a conclusion that we'll all do together again. So
am I on the wrong thing? One sec. Which sheet should I be on?
You should be on the BABH play sheets document, first page, getting started, selected text.
Loading.
All right. Find it?
Yeah, it's still loading now. I don't know what's going on.
Great. I can just probably put it in the chat. You know what? Let's just save some time and do this. I'll just read out the opening, and then we can go one by one down Heaven's Laws, which are in the playingcards.io templates.
Cool. Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Okay. Repeat after me. Raise your hand, too. We're going to do it this way. Raise your hand. All right. We are the gentle ferrymen of heaven. We promise our lives to heaven's own laws.
We're repeating after you?
Yeah, you got to repeat after me.
We are the gentle ferrymen of heaven. We promise our lives to heaven's own laws.
I will never seek the death of a ferryman.
I will never seek the death of a ferryman.
No, this one we're just going to do one by one.
This is how the actual initiation ceremony goes every single time. There's a lot of start,
100%. It's a really, really well put together organization.
It's diegetic, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to go me, Tony, Mark, Devin, like that. Okay, great. I will never seek the death of a ferryman.
I will never aid one who seeks the death of a ferryman.
I will always repay my debts in the manner my debtors demand.
If I witness a ferryman breaking their oath, I will tell the Council of 12 at once.
A Justicar's word is law. Should I fail to uphold these laws, let the fury of a Justicar lay me low.
Should I fail to uphold these laws, let the fury of a Justicar lay me low.
Lay me low.
Beautiful. Now we're all members of heaven. Really, really well put together institution here, as you can see. And now we're all assassins, so now we can properly play the game. So the first thing that we got to do is we got to zoom in on Maurice. Maurice's life has just been ruined. Their mentor has been killed, and we got to see that moment. So whoever wants to, you should volunteer. Don't be afraid, and pick up Maurice and be like, I'm going to play Maurice for this moment and for the first scene of our game here. So whoever wants to volunteer, pick that up, and then tell us about that moment where Maurice swears revenge.
I put Maurice in that place. I'll take him.
Great.
Yeah. So Maurice, this has got to be, in the rain. This is as everyone is leaving the funeral, probably. And he's just standing there, no umbrella, just over the recently covered over grave, and like just staring off into the distance. Then just looks up to the sky and just says, "Justicars be damned! I'm gonna have Pastor John's blood all over my hands, just as he has Becca's."
Anyone there like sort of watching him sort of do
probably
his thing?
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like, is Maurice okay over there?
I'm definitely not okay.
Great. So now you're gonna hold on to Maurice, and you're gonna frame the first scene for us. And the way framing scenes work here is first you say who you want to play as, that's Maurice, and then what they want and who they want it from. So what does Maurice want next, and who does he want it from?
Ooh, I think he wants to know where Pastor John is, and he needs to get that information from Queenie, the bastard's parent. Yeah. So
now Queenie becomes the accomplice for this scene. So if Maurice is this scene's protagonist, that whoever they want something from becomes the scene's accomplice. Who wants to play as Queenie in this scene?
I'll take Queenie.
I'll take it. So you get to decide where we are when you pick up Queenie.
Oh, excellent. I think this is pretty quickly after that action. So I think Queenie is overseeing a group of caterers packing out behind a reception hall from the memorial.
Totally. Great. And so then lastly, before we get started into actually doing the scene, Devin and I, because we don't have characters in the scene right now, we get to play as the city, which is sort of like the Greek chorus or co-GM kind of role in the game. And we get to give, just as each character has a trio of calling cards here, we get to give the venue some calling cards. So I've dealt out some venue calling cards here. Devin, do you want to pick one of these and set it in the scene?
Yeah.
We already got this. I'm going to pick Clattering Rain because it's obvious.
Yeah. Peeping Neighbors sounds fun.
Ooh, that's
Peeping Neighbors is very good.
Yeah. And now that we've kind of set that up, the rain is still coming down. Maybe it's not like pouring in the same way, but we're definitely outside getting wet, right? And like all the catering staff is like watching on. Now that we've kind of done that establishing, Mark and Tony, you two get to just sort of freeform roleplay here. And there are a few like sort of PBTA style moves that exist in these scenes that I will call out here. The first is negotiating. Negotiating is probably just freeform roleplay, but I want to note that you can negotiate changes or trades of your calling cards. So Maurice has like this old paperback copy of Moby Dick, right? So if Queenie was like, I know that book meant something to Becca too, right? And like, I want the book. I'll do what you want if you give me the book. You can do that kind of negotiation and trade your cards around, or you can even remake the cards, right? So like, I'll help you out, but your worst damn luck is gonna be not a king anymore. It's gonna be a 2 or something like that, right?
Okay.
The next move we've got here is called Catch Them with Their Heart Exposed. The way this works is if you think that the other person or someone else in the scene was exposing their heart, was not being guarded in their emotions, you can be like, aha, I have caught you with your heart exposed. And then we'll do a little like moment there of it's risky to do that. So we'll do a little moment of what happens then. Next, we have Break a Stalemate. This is sort of like Maurice and Queenie. If Maurice wants something from Queenie here, right? And Queenie probably doesn't want to like give up her son's location, and like that's going to be the drama of the scene. And it's possible we will get to the point through roleplay where like no one wants to give. It's possible we'll just resolve it through negotiation or talking or freeform roleplay. But if we can't do that, then we can basically flip cards for it, and we'll get into the exact rules there. And finally, we have Start a Duel, and there's a whole thing there, and that's for killing each other. But that's basically it. Apart from those couple of things, we just play the scene out. So I will now stop doing my rules explanation and turn things over to Tony and Mark.
Yeah. So Maurice approaches Queenie, and I think kind of just like stands there dripping still, just like waiting to be acknowledged. I think she has a little bit of status on him.
Yeah. Queenie is, under an umbrella, with cigarette smoke, long cigarette shaking in her hand, just slightly as smoke kind of fills up the concave, the umbrella. Lets you sit in the rain for 30 seconds longer than anyone should before acknowledging you.
Yeah.
What do you want, Maurice?
You know what he did, and you know what has to be done, right?
I don't know anything except for someone we all cared about is dead.
Another person's going to be dead soon too, and you can either get out of the way, or I'm not going to threaten you, Queenie. I just need to know where he is.
You got it. I wouldn't talk too loud about that. Barf's in there somewhere.
Barf of all people should know.
Toss a cigarette down. Steps on it.
You need another? There's 2 extremely old people on a balcony in the apartment complex behind it. They're just like standing on their balcony, both smoking cigarettes, watching this whole conversation.
I need a little bit of peace. It's been a hard day.
We all need a little bit of peace, and you can help us get it. Look, you know the way John is. He doesn't think straight all the time. I know you love him. He's your kid, but you can't get in the way of justice like that.
So what do you want me to just tell you where my kid is so that you can tramp off and put a bullet in their skull?
I won't put a bullet in his skull. Too quick.
What's in it for me?
That peace you wanted. You know, every day that he's out there, he's going to be worried, and you're going to be worried for him. He knows what he did, and he knows what's coming. Don't make him wait for it. Just let it happen. You want your boy to suffer?
Look, if you think that I'll sleep better with my son dead, I don't even know what kind of monster you are.
How are you sleeping these days?
Me? I think she picks up a over poured glass of wine like on a table next to her. I sleep in the darkness every night. I don't dream. I don't worry. I sleep fine. Finishes off the entire cup all at once.
Have you tried melatonin?
Shut up, Carol. They're having a moment.
I'm just saying the melatonin works for me. I take it about 6 p.m.
We all love
Out like a light at
melatonin.
That's the real story. Everyone's follow them. So let's talk for a second about the moves. Like, would this be a good time to look at break a stalemate potentially?
It would be a good time to break a stalemate. Yeah. So the way this works, if the two of you reach an impasse and neither will back down, both say what you want, then shuffle up and flip. So let's start with saying what you both want to happen at the end of this scene.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Queenie's going to give him up, but I think if she let it slip, that would be what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think what Queenie wants is really to be left alone. Like this,
Totally.
yeah, and so I think that's the stakes. But I like that. Cool.
Great. So we have prepared our decks here. We are now going to shuffle up and flip. You flip a card by hitting this deal a card button at the bottom.
Do we need to shuffle first, or will that have automatically happen?
I just did it.
You just did that. You used the shuffle command. All right.
I used the shuffle command. I need to work on these buttons a little bit. They could be better. Anyway, I'm going to count from 3, and then we'll flip over here. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Boom. Professionals.
So Queenie's flirty banter beats out Maurice's fists like bowling balls, which does kind of track here. So Maurice, you have 3 options here. The winner gets what they want but loses integrity. The loser remakes the winner's flipped calling card and ends the scene. Or the loser walks away and suffers a wound. End the scene. Or start a duel.
I don't think dueling is in the cards here.
I mean, it is. That's how the game works.
Yeah. Let's take a wound. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Great. So I'm going to click add a wound, which automatically adds a wound to your deck. And these poker chips at the bottom of the kind of character slots are meant to mark how many wounds they have. The way wounds work in this game, they go into your deck as cards, much like sort of curses in Dominion, if you've played that deck builder.
Yeah.
But they are, if you get 3 wounds, you die. That's bad. But in the meantime, wounds are like high cards. They're a high suit. They beat all other cards because the more beat up you get, the more badass you become. That's just John Wick rules. So it maybe pays to have 1 or 2 wounds in your deck. But let's Mark, have you paint that moment for us? Like, what is it like when you sort of realize you're not going to get anything out of Queenie here? Like, or Tony, do you have like a barb from Queenie?
I mean. Yeah, I have a pitch, but Mark, do you have an impulse?
I mean, I think the fists like bowling balls. You see his fists, like there's a close up on him, like clenching, and you hear them like knuckles cracking. And there's a moment like where you're like, is he gonna hit this lady? And he does not. He's just like glowering.
Yeah, I think she, reaches up and grabs a cigarette from Esther and lights it, and takes a deep breath, leans in slightly seductively and says, "Well, I'm glad to know that you're thinking about how I sleep." And then like pats him on the shoulder, heads back inside, leaving him out in the pouring rain.
Nice. All right, Devin, you want to take the next scene?
Sure.
So, as a reminder, the way this works is you pick any character you want, you say what they want and who they want it from, and then someone else will pick up that character and take it from there.
All right. I think we should, since they were just looking for Pastor John, I think we should see Pastor John.
Yeah, I
Great.
love that cut.
Mhm.
And Devin, Aaron had said
so-
you're still a little bit quieter than everybody else. If you're able to, I know you're maxed out, but just
I
yeah,
don't
if
know
you
what I
want to
can
come
do
in a little
about
closer
that.
on the microphone.
It's like in my face.
That's significantly better though.
Okay. So I need to decide what they're looking for.
Yeah. What does he want, and who does he want it from?
Something pretty interesting could be barf.
Mhm.
Like the wrongdoer going right to the cop in this situation to try to like clear his name.
Yeah, it's the thing that he wants to just like make it clear that he wasn't responsible or something, or to like find out what Barf thinks of the situation or something.
Yeah. I think he wants Barf to admit that Becca was a problem.
Sure. Who set Barf's happy place up?
That was me.
Where was the happy place again?
It was like the corner table at a bodega.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's where Barf is. Corner table, but it's like a, tiny table, like barely big enough for a coffee, like set up with a folding chair, like right outside the
I think
bodega.
it's the only table there too.
Yeah. There's like two like wireframe chairs and the like,
Exactly.
1 foot in diameter circular table.
Yep.
Despite his like glass eye and like slit throat and looking like a fucking maniac, he's drinking like a Yoo-hoo.
I think Pastor John is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Barf is here
he
when
buys
you
one.
show
He
up,
buys one
right?
from the bodega and then goes to like sit down.
Yeah, great. So Barf is here, sort of like waiting and like sees you walk up and is like, God damn it, this isn't supposed to be office hours. Like that's not the like demeanor that he has, right? So before we do that though, Tony and Mark, as the city here, you get to pick a calling card each for the venue.
Okay. Remind me where we are. One time I was having a tech issue where everything moved all over the place suddenly.
So you each we're at a bodega.
We're at the bodega. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's put some thumping bass in there from the
Thumping
upstairs
bass?
neighbors.
Yeah.
Thumping bass, fish everywhere.
There's just like a guy in a car with the top down, just like incomprehensible hip hop, but like not.
It's just
moving.
like idling nearby. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw branded merch in there, but we also need to know very specifically this is like very much bootleg off-branded merch.
Great. Does the bodega have its own branded merch, or is this like other people's off-brand merch?
I think it has its own brand of other people's offer. Like this, somebody is running a fakes like operation out of the back of this, and so these are a lot of like imitation brands. So it is the bodega's brand of fakes of other people's brand.
Yeah. We've got like a bunch of Marvel
Garfeld
characters here.
Yeah.
Garfeld shirts.
Garfeld.
Yeah, classic stuff. Okay, great. So do you Barf is just like, oh God, this guy found my spot. I can't believe this guy found my spot. When you like show up, Barf is like, how'd you find my spot?
I was just walking down the street. Interesting place for office hours.
Hell, let's get this over with.
I know we're all sad about Becca, but it was going to happen one way or another.
Was it?
They don't call her Blabbermouth for nothing.
Mm.
She was putting us all in danger. I know she's been in the business for a while, but that's, more conversations that have been overheard, if you know what I mean.
You had a good relationship with her, or you had a close relationship with her. She brought you up.
I didn't choose her. She didn't choose me. We made it work, though.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not gonna say any prayers for someone who I'm glad to see gone, frankly. But I am curious what you think happened to her.
Could have been any of us. Could have been me. Could have been you. I would have believed everything.
Yeah.
We all
But
got
who
the
do you think?
skills. We all got the motives.
Well, oh God, what's the place I want to go with this? What the thing I want to have happen is for Barf to be like, listen, I know you did it, but I'm just gonna like let it go until such a time as you piss me off, right? He says like whatever the like that's the subtext to whatever he says next. I don't have the line of dialogue though.
As you're thinking about it,
Yeah.
John looks into the window. Is like, "Ha, Garfield. I hate Tuesdays too, buddy."
Yeah. So Barf is like, we're I heard you left. I heard you left early the other night. Same night she died. From down at Hideko's place.
I don't understand that woman's art. It's boring. Nothing in it for me. Takes a big swig of Yoo-hoo.
You go straight home, go to sleep, no one there with you?
I was in a mood. I wandered around for a bit. I don't have an alibi for that, but
yeah.
Brooding.
Yeah,
We're always brooding. That's part of the line of work.
It would I'd hate to have to come up with any kind of reason to investigate that alibi any further. You know, that sounds like a lot of work. But you do take care, John. Don't go stepping out of line, you know what I mean?
Sure. And keep taking breaks.
And I've been I've heard we might there might be some trouble brewing around this whole situation.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Make sure that doesn't go anywhere. I'd consider it a personal favor.
I'll keep my hands out of it if I can.
Yeah, well, that's not
I hope
what I
somebody
said.
doesn't force my hand.
Maurice is mad, is what I heard.
Maurice is always mad.
Yeah, well,
name another emotion Maurice feels.
See to it that Maurice's anger doesn't blow up into something that becomes my problem. You understand me?
Sure, I'm just gonna avoid him if I can.
I really don't think you're listening to me. Go with God, John.
Should we do a move here?
Sure. What do you think the move is?
I don't know. This kind of feels like break a stalemate or something.
I mean,
feel
like,
we both kind of like talked around each other.
I was gonna just kind of like end the scene there.
Oh,
like
okay.
I do feel like, you know, what I learned or what Barf learned about John is that John's gonna just kind of like fuck around and be a weasel, and like that's gonna be a problem. And what John apparently heard from Barf, as far as I'm hearing it, is like John just doesn't want to pay any attention to Barf or listen to anything he has to say.
Well, you know, he listened to the fact that Maurice is pissed off, so he's just gonna like try.
He's gonna go run and hide like a rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Barf is I feel like the sort of conclusion here is like, okay, we're just gonna walk away, but Barf knows that this is all gonna be a problem, and that's really not what he wants out of the situation.
See you in church.
Yeah. Yeah. See you in church. That all good to you? Wrap it there?
Yeah.
Great. Tony, you wanna drive the next scene?
I do. Hideko, whose X is Hideko again?
The Bloodhounds.
The Bloodhounds. All right. Um. I do feel like it's interesting to pick Barf right back up again.
Sure.
So let's do that as this scene's protagonist. Thank you.
Yeah, for everyone, you can grab these little like tabs,
the tabs. Thank
and
you.
then like that'll drag the whole stack around.
Question: can we have the mentor in a scene, like in a flashback or something? Is that
Sure.
or
Yeah.
are they just sitting there?
You can have them in a flashback scene. Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Maybe they're not so dead after all. We don't know.
Not so dead after all.
I'm trying to
I've
figure
never
out.
actually seen that happen, but I have seen a lot of mentor flashbacks.
Yeah. Let's see. I think Barf is still trying to figure out how to not make things erupt with the least amount of work possible. I think is what we've established.
So is he going to talk to Maurice?
Maurice or Hideko, I think, feel like the best choices. Like either way, I think the goal is to influence Maurice here. Let's just so we get some more character establishment. Let's see Barf trying to get Hideko to essentially like calm Maurice down. I think is what I want in the scene.
Who wants to play Hideko?
I'm happy to, but I was just in the last scene.
Jump in, do it. I think it's nice to mix up.
Yeah.
The you want everyone to go in every pair of scenes, but it's nice to mix up who your scene partner is. You know?
Yeah, cool.
Excellent. I mean, I think we've established. It feels like we've established that Hideko is an artist or an art appreciator pretty strongly. So I mean, I think just setting this at some hip downtown like a gallery in an old warehouse.
She needs a
like
property
opening.
insurance payout, so I think she definitely has like a space in which she holds like gallery.
Holds all the art.
stuff.
She owns a gallery kind of thing.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do we want to grab some city
venue
cards?
I want exposed brick.
You gotta have
definitely that
exposed
kind of
brick in
place.
this kind of space.
Yeah.
There's clotheslines inside, and the art is hanging from the clotheslines in this exhibit.
yes.
Yeah, this is
Part of it
very
somehow.
much a commentary on the
Something.
nature of art is something that we wear as a costume. You know.
Yeah, great.
Exactly.
I love it.
So what's it like when Barf walks in, Devin?
Hideko is like on the top of a really, really tall ladder, adjusting one of the strings.
Didn't make the funeral, huh?
Who is she to me?
Look, you know this is going to break bad. You know you can do something about it.
And what is it that I can do? Can't you see that I'm busy?
I mean, I can see that you're active, but I don't know, busy, like looks around the empty gallery space, is really the right word for it. Look,
You know just as well as everybody that we all need to keep up our appearances. And it just happens that my side hustle, gotta bring in the bills, support the rent.
yeah, keeping
so
up
there's
appearances.
showing.
Keeping up appearances matter, and they're about to get shattered. Like, you need to calm him down. You're the only one who's ever been able to.
And at what cost?
What, you want to get paid?
Thought I put that life behind me.
I mean, none of us are leaving this life behind us. There's only one way out of this. I don't think you want that.
Maurice is a rash man. Maurice is a foolish man. What could I possibly say that I could mean?
I mean, I don't know that you have to say anything. I think he just needs to be with someone who can take his mind off of this. Like he's alone right now, and you know he's at his worst when he's alone.
And what am I supposed to do? Sleep with him like old time's sake?
I mean, that's your choice, but I know that you can calm his like rage. I think like and if like I don't know if you've got if you or anyone really has a pitch for this, like I'd love to be able to like have Barf say something that like triggers a fond memory of that of like you and him together, because like sex is great and wonderful. I don't think this has to be explicitly sexual in its nature, right? Like, but try to find a Tinder beat from you and Maurice's you know, I think I've got it. Sorry, I just needed to talk through it for a minute. Look, it's like when y'all went on the whale watching tour. Like, you know, he thinks about that all the time. Like every time I see him, he talks about something from that trip. He's at that dumbass dog-eared copy of Moby Dick. Like, I mean, like he talks about whales, but like you're the one he wants back.
Surprising, it's such a homoerotic book. Well, that was one of the few times that I'd seen him focused, locked in, not letting his passion consume him. We had to book that tour 4 months in advance, though. Those are not. It's not an easy option.
Let's see. Can we look at catch them with their heart exposed? What does that do?
Yeah, so I don't think
that not work?
Hideko has actually done this, but the way this works is when you catch someone with their heart exposed, you get to choose to either risk something in return and both of you heal a wound, or you don't and just they suffer a wound.
That's great. I was just curious what it does.
Totally. There is no other way to heal wounds in the game. You must risk rejection if you want to heal.
Love it. Look, what you care about this space. What can we do to help give you more security here if you're going to focus your time on other projects?
What do you think of that piece behind you? What do we think is the painting right behind Barf?
I think it's a portrait of Lockhart. It's like this portrait of Lockhart up here in the top.
Bold use of color, I guess. I like the way the red complements the jowls. Do you need me to buy it?
Yeah, the artist is asking for 2K.
Yeah, I mean, I think Barf will buy this large piece of chicken art in order to convince Hideko to refocus Maurice's rage.
Thank God, it's unseemly. I was hoping to get another piece up there in its place.
Barf is just like, yeah. You could just like take it and put it in the trash. Here's the check. Like,
great. I mean, I think that sets up a decent scene.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, we cut to the alleyway, rain pouring down. On a picture of Lockhart in the dumpster.
In the trash.
So is it? I believe it's my turn now.
I believe it is. Yeah.
So yeah, I want to see that. Hideko wants to go to Maurice. No, you know what? I want to go the other way around. Maurice wants to go to Hideko to be like, you need to help me kill Pastor John.
Love it.
So who wants to be Hideko? Mark, you want to pick up?
Yeah, I'll take it a go.
So where is she?
Is there a place they would have like hung out outside, like overlooking the river, like hanging out by a
sure
fence by the river,
As close as we can get to the whales.
bench.
Yeah,
as close as you
yeah,
can get
sure.
to
Maybe,
the
I mean, there's probably like a Coney Island type situation. Maybe they like went down to a boardwalk, you know. So we got the smell of the sea down here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Nice.
Devin.
You want a city element
Yeah.
for our Coney Island?
Let's see. Peeling paint. This is like a really, really old place, and it does not get a lot of love.
Yeah. Yeah, all the paint is just sort of like gradually washed away by the ocean water. So you can like see on the like concrete coming out of the ocean where like the water line has been over the years.
There's a huge plaster statue of a clown, and the paint is all peeled and fucked up on it. It looks awful. It looks horrifying.
Yeah. I think we should have like, maybe it is the clown is just like the base of it is just like littered in like lovers' initials, like carved into the thing.
Into the plaster or fiberglass.
So what, I find you here. Did you invite me here? What was the?
I invited you here. You find me here. I'm like tracing the like the M and H carved into the clown with my finger as you approach.
Yeah. I think the setup here was that like immediately after your conversation with Barf, like I texted you, "Hey, we need to talk," and you were like, "Cool, come meet me at this romantic place."
Yep.
Clown, super romantic. Anyway, here I am. I brought oh God, what's the thing? Maybe I brought a single flower. Did it go?
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I almost didn't expect you to show.
Thank you for coming.
How are you feeling these days?
You know what happened to Becca.
I heard. Everyone's heard.
You know who did it.
And I know what you want to do.
It's going to be a lot harder to do it alone.
I agree.
You love Becca too, you know. It's not right. We've got the chance to get some justice back into this world.
You know, he's waiting for you to do something.
I don't care.
Now. Maybe you should. You're smarter than that. Give it some time. Maybe we can spend some of that time together. Think it over. Or at least be smart about it.
Why are you...
I think I'll put my hand on your like shoulder or chest.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna catch you with your heart exposed here.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I catch you with your heart exposed, and I don't reciprocate, right? Like the thing that I don't risk anything in return. The thing that I say is like, why are you acting like this? What's
I've just
what's
been
into you?
thinking about you a lot. Just since we both know her, and we both know how life is, but just the fact that she's gone made me think about what would happen if something happened to me or something happened to you.
You think it's going to be better than last time?
No, but last time was still good. It doesn't have to be better.
I like we've been
You
like
want me to
sitting
help?
on we've been like sitting on a bench,
Oh,
right?
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You say your thing. You say your thing.
Yeah. You want me to help you with John, and I will, but not right now.
How long you want me to wait?
Give it a month. Let him drop his guard. You'll know when the time is right.
Well, and spend the month at the gallery?
Maybe.
Did someone put you up to this?
Put me up to this. Of course not. And she's clearly lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Maurice just sort of like stands like very put off, and like shaken, and he's like, I know. You, if you wanna, I don't know that you're wrong. Maybe it is smarter to wait, but if you're, I won't talk like this. If you want to talk seriously, you've got my number. And I think he starts walking away.
You know, she grabs his arm
Mhm.
and says, I need help with the gallery, and I can't get it from you. And she goes in. She's gonna, if he's not gonna cool down, she's gonna try and take him out to get in good with Barf.
Oh shit! She's gonna try to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're dueling.
I was like, we desperately need a duel to happen
needs that,
in the
property.
next couple of scenes. love this.
Yikes! What a
heel turn.
What a heel turn is right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the procedure for duels is the 5th page of the play sheets, but I'll walk us through this. So the duels sheet says, when you meet an opponent in battle, speak a word to death, for she walks close beside you. The short version of how this goes, we're going to build up tension as we set the moments, like hand hovering over your pistol in the Western style. And then we're going to shuffle up all our cards and flip them at each other until someone runs away or dies.
Nice.
And to do this, we start with the city. So Devin and Tony, both of you get to choose from one of these options. You can either award one of the venue cards here to one of our characters, or you can pick one of our characters and just unilaterally give us a wound for like bad karma or whatever other justification you want to have.
Awesome. I'm gonna award because you know she's attuned to it. The peeling paint to Heidegger. Do I just drag this down?
Yeah, put it up in the. We should actually let's take all these and just deal them all out. You can put it up there in the red zone up there.
I'm gonna give Maurice the smell of the sea.
Yeah. So here, both of these, we should you should paint them in the picture here. Like, what's the sort of like the moment in the movie, the shot or the sound effect or whatever that we're seeing in this moment where like Hideko's first the tension is first realized here.
Yeah, I think Hideko, like, we see like fingering this old mural on the like side of a building. This giant, terrifying clown that people, for whatever reason thought kids would love. Over them, like there's a moment where like a piece of paint like peels off in her hand, and then like watch her like just grip more tightly and just like rip a sharp, jagged piece of wood like off of the wall, covered in this paint.
There's like graffiti on it that just says like "God is dead."
Yeah.
Devin, give us the smell of the sea.
Yeah. As Hideko alluded to, that whale watching trip was one of the few times that she saw Maurice like truly focused. And the smell of the sea here is like making him think about that time, making him think about her, making him think about the relationship they had. And it brings up a sense memory of him like looking into her eyes and like being able to like read her true feelings for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. Now we're going to each do one of these, or do this, Mark. We're going to go back and forth for each of our existing calling cards too. So I think like we'll come back from him kind of remembering those things, and he like puts a hand on his like breast pocket where the paperback is always sitting. And what was the last line that you said before we sort of kicked into duel here?
Something like yeah. I need someone to take care of the.
Yeah.
Like if you can't. It was implying that like
someone
I need help
who
from
will
Barf,
or something.
And if I can't get it, yeah, by helping you, I'm gonna get it by killing you.
Yeah, and so I think like Maurice is sort of like putting like feeling the weight of that book as they like turn to look at you and be like, wait, what's about to happen?
Doop, boo-doop, boo-doop,
Did we lose Mark?
We lost Mark.
Ugh, Mark, rough. All right, Tony, you want to take over, or Devin, you want to take over for Hideko here?
Yeah, I can do that. I think we see like, as they kind of like pull this giant piece of wood like out from the wall, like we see them like straighten, like with the other hand like straighten out and down their suit, like they there's some paint chips and other things, and they take just a moment to like straighten themselves up and get perfectly appointed before the impending violence begins.
Yeah. Maurice like is looking at her now and sort of like pulls out his fists and says, you don't have to do this.
Sorry, I had to ban a bot real quick.
Yeah.
All right. I think I don't have to, but it's been too long, and we see her like reach out and like just like kind of like stretch her fingers, angling them like long kind of black nails, with like white pinstripes going across them also too. In the jagged light from the dock and carnival lighting.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this wound is just the feeling in Maurice's gut of like betrayal, right? Of like, oh, we've like firmly moved past the ability to ever like get back together here.
Cool. Got an extra mark in the chat here. All right. Okay, and then yeah, I think let's see. For her, the wound is going to be. Oh, this is a great. Does anybody have an idea for a wound for her?
I think just the desperation that she's feeling, like around taking care of the gallery.
I like that. Yeah, I think that sense of desperation, like we can see it in her eyes. Like she does not, like in a better world, she would not be doing this. We're not in a better world, and we kind of see that in her eyes.
Yeah. That I think Maurice like takes a step forward and just like slips on a puddle and fucking wipes out on the ground.
Yeah.
And looks like an absolute cad doing it.
And I think we see as like she starts to move forward. She just says like, I never wanted to add you to my little black book of names, at which point we realize that is her list of people that she has killed.
All right. So it is time for us to flip cards. Someone want to give us a countdown? Devin, you want to give us a countdown?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Shoot.
All right. So the wound beats everything. So Maurice loses this round of the duel. The loser suffers a wound, immediately shuffles it into their deck, and then leads the conversation about how this beat of the duel goes using the 2 cards flipped as inspiration. This is the time to make quips, spill your guts, and say your prayers. The city can and should add details. I think Maurice is like down on the ground when Hideko. What do we have, like a weapon for Hideko?
I mean, I did have her rip that like giant piece of wood off in case we needed something.
Yeah, sure. Great.
She's got nerve pinching also too, though.
That's right. Yeah, I think she just like chucks the piece of wood at Maurice and it, like hits him on the ground, and he gets that like. We like hear the seagulls, right, as his head starts like ringing, and he like is for a second is sort of like, wait, is it 15 years ago? Like when am I? What's going on? And then like Hideko is like on top of him and like beating him. So then the winner of the round gets to choose. You can either take your chance right now to run away, or we can do another round of duel.
Shit. Yeah, he's pretty disoriented right now. I don't think there's a reason. I don't think Hideko would go for a killing blow at this point in time. Like she doesn't really want Maurice dead. She wants to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And like this has already put him back a good amount. So I think.
Yeah. Do you want to like ask him to give up, kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that's a good, like, I think is like he kind of loses a sense of where he's at and what's going on. Maybe his eyes are getting like dark. She's like, just give up. If you change your mind, we can go sailing. He blacks out.
Yeah. Okay. Sick. Does she just like leave him there all night?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think she does anything.
She's not gonna like put him in the trunk of the car or something.
No. Somebody blacked out in the carnival. That's a normal.
I like a coda to this where like we sort of like he closes his eyes and then we just like cut and it's nighttime and and he like wakes up like and it's when it starts raining on him again.
In the middle of the night, somebody dressed like a clown robs him.
Slumped up against the statue.
Yeah. Someone's like trying to rob him and he like sticks his hand up and like grabs their hand and they like run off, and then he's like, where am I? And like pulls himself back together. Well, I think that's the scene.
Yeah.
Did a lot of build up for one round of duel. Sometimes that happens in this game. Sick. Okay. Whose turn is it?
I think it was
Is it mine?
was that Mark's turn last time?
That
So
was my
that
turn.
was your
there.
turn.
But I think maybe it's
That
nice to
was
go to
yours,
Mark
yeah.
because if Mark is back, Mark is.
Yeah, I can see and hear you all, but uh-oh.
We can.
I think you're on a significant delay. I think is what's going on, Mark. So maybe we toss it to Devin here.
Yeah. Well, we can also let's use this point to take a 5-minute break real quick. See if we can
Yeah,
figure
great.
out what's going on and go from there. We'll be back in just a couple minutes to keep on playing Band-Aids and bullet holes.
I feel bad. Can you hear me now? Okay, I can. All right. Detroit internet. That's good.
No, yeah, I was gonna say let's do Devin like take the next turn here.
Yeah.
All right, and we are back. Even though I left us unmuted in part for that break, we are back. Everybody's sound, audio, video seem to be working. Just a couple internet issues, but we're going to keep on playing. We're picking up with Devin's turn.
As everyone just heard, yeah, Devin, who do you want to play as?
I was gonna pick up Queenie.
Great. What does she want? Who's she want it from?
She wants to talk to Pastor John, her son, and she wants to convince him to come back to her house so that they can like hold up and be protected in case Maurice comes by. So she wants to convince him to like retreat and not be at the church because everybody knows he's going to be at the church and an easy place to come take him out.
Okay. Who wants to pick up John?
I can pick up John.
Do it.
Yeah. Shotgun, 2 HP target. Great.
So John, where are we?
Let's be right outside Queenie's place. Like you're trying to convince me to come in and like maybe stay. And like we're like,
oh no,
hang out on the
I was
street.
saying that he's at the church.
Oh,
Well,
at the church.
John gets to decide here. Like the way the procedure works is like Queenie says what she wants and who she wants it from, and then she has to kind of go to wherever John decides he is at.
Gotcha.
I do.
I think it would be
I like the church, though. That's a
narratively
great-
cool
that's a
because
great
the
thing.
last thing John said was "see you in church."
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, church is great.
I am like wondering. I maybe you have a vision for this, Devin, but like my understanding of kind of how John was feeling was like he's a fucking rat who's gonna go run and hide somewhere. So like I don't know. I'm not seeing a ton of conflict in this scene of Queenie being up and being like, "What, you want to come hide with me?" Like,
Okay.
but maybe you're imagining more conflict for a reason. Maybe you had a different understanding of John than me.
Yes, not maybe less come hide with me, more I'm mad at you for this, but I love you, so let's like set a trap and let's kill
Maybe it's
Maurice if he
like
tries
come
to
hide with
leave.
me instead of running off somewhere.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
cool.
it seemed like John wanted to like kind of get out of the situation and like not provoke Maurice, and I think Queenie wants to just like get it over with and take him out.
Got it. So more like let's plan a trap. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, Mark, where you get to decide where are we?
Yeah, I love the church. Let's do the church.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some sprawling murals to put in
yeah. I'll get the cooing pigeons in here too. No, you don't. Let's do historical plaques. I like that.
Ooh, church. Very good.
Yeah. Tell us what happens.
Up to you, Mark, but I liked the visual of him being in the confessional booth and her.
I was thinking the same thing.
Despite the fact that like they don't need anonymity, they're like mother and son,
right.
But like they're going through the ritual and like
I was thinking the exact same thing.
A low profile with it.
Does he call her Ma or something else?
I think she starts the conversation and she's like, Father, I have sinned. I've had thoughts of violence.
There's not going to be any more violence. I'm getting out of here.
And you're just going to run away forever? We saw how
as
that
long
worked
as I
out
can.
last time. Glass eye, the wound on your neck. I care about you. Running away just gets you more hurt. You should stand up for yourself for once.
You think I can take Maurice?
On a good day, 20% chance. Together, much higher.
I'm not going to let you risk your life for me. This is my responsibility. If Maurice doesn't come for me, the Justicars will. You don't want to get messed up in that.
I'm already messed up in this, baby.
So what's your plan?
He'll be looking for you here. He already tried to come talk to me. If he doesn't find you here, I assume he'll think I'm protecting you. And he's right. But we'll know he's coming. He's the type to kick down doors and take what he wants. I think we can use that against him.
How smart do you think he's going to be about this?
Not.
All right. Do you want to take inside or outside?
I feel like we can cut there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Great. Tony, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe.
Tony's turn? Question mark?
Sure.
I'm going to pick Maurice.
Yeah.
And I would like a scene with Barf, I think.
Ooh, with Barf.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think after what just happened, feelings while just mad at people generally, Barf maybe looming a little bit larger.
Yeah,
suddenly.
yeah, totally. Yeah. I'll be Barf again. I think where do I want Barf to be? That's interesting. Let's see. In the reference sheets, there's a list of venues that I can pick from. I think Barf is at a oh god, where would the like Justicar's office be? Right, like they would have
A
like
formal office.
yeah. Oh, you know what? I got middle of traffic on this list. I wonder if you find him in a cab, like near the bodega. He's
Like,
at
is
the
he a cab
bodega.
driver and that is his office, but he only...
Oh no!
Oh,
I
nice.
was.
Have you seen
That's funny.
Cosmopolis, the David Cronenberg
Yeah.
movie
No.
with Robert Pattinson? He's just in the back of a limo the whole time, and people are like talking to him in the limo, and that's like the whole movie. I kind of like the idea of just like the limo's in traffic, he's in the back of it, and she like rolls down the window.
Yeah, that's cool. I like Tony's suggestion that it's like lower rent than that. That like he's a cab driver, and like if you want to come talk to the Justicar, you hail down the cab.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I like that idea that he's just sort of in the vehicle the whole time, like you're describing, Devin. So yeah, we're back of a cab. Why don't y'all give us some calling cards for the cab?
Cramped hallways in the sense that like they're like, you know, just one lane streets. It's like very very closed in the city, very urban canyon type of deal.
Yeah, I can actually modify these. I'll modify that.
The power of playing cards.io.
Hurrah! Look at it go.
Hey.
I'm gonna grab Shuffling Crowds. I think
Mhm.
that on top of the traffic being really bad, there's just like people like walking into the street and like walking around the cars.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
also like
totally.
making the traffic worse.
Yep.
Yeah. So Barf has like nowhere to go here, right? He's just like in his vehicle. Maurice is coming. He's like, okay, let's do this. And you like get
Stuck in the middle of a crosswalk. Somebody's like, hey, I'm walking here.
What obvious scar do we think Maurice has now from last night's dust up?
Maybe he's like wearing a hat to like cover a huge head injury or something.
I like that. That's good.
What kind of hat is it, Tony?
It's got to be a fedora. I mean, there's not another choice.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, but it is a look.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm surprised you stopped.
Well, it's stop and go around here. Say your piece, Maury.
Seems like you're letting a lot of things go lately.
If you got proof of something I need to be cleaning up, it's your obligation to come report it.
Oh, you think Becca just died of natural causes?
What am I supposed to do about it?
Your job.
My job is to enforce the peace, and right now, after the death, everything seems to be very peaceful again.
Oh, really? Is that
unless you and I are going to have a problem, unless you're interested in breaking some peace around here.
I was going to play it out a little bit more, but I think like it was sure. and now we have a car fight. Let's start a duel.
Sick. Yeah, let's do a fight.
This is 100% the like channeling like the Jason Statham vibes of
totally.
of Transporter, that really intensive had to be massively rehearsed fight scene for this movie.
Okay, we did this procedure once already, so I do want to do the whole thing, but I think we can take it pretty quickly. City, you can wound either of us, or you can give us one of the venue cards.
I'm going to give Maurice Shuffling Crowds.
Yeah. What does that look like?
Yeah. I think that's like it's very claustrophobic. Like whatever happens in the car, there are people like almost pressed up against.
Mark was having connectivity issues when we were talking about this. Actually, I think so. This is as you pick the thing, you kind of narrate the beat in the show that shows us the escalating tension that is creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you can almost like see like there's almost like shots of like people's faces kind of like looking in to see
Yeah.
what's going on in there.
Devin, what you got for us?
I was gonna wound Barf.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What does that represent?
Does it have to be a wound from Maurice or like a wound that like maybe we're just now seeing?
Yeah, it can be just now seeing. It can be whatever you want.
I think his like he needs a new kidney, so I think whatever like
Ooh.
medical issues that he's having have been like increasing due to the stress of the situation,
Yeah.
and he's looking very pale and like not great.
Yeah, totally. You want to kick us off over there, Tony, with these cards because you've got so many of them.
Yeah, yeah, I will be. I think we just see, you know, the like we see all of a sudden like Maurice reach out and like press their hand on like the glass facade of like but like blocking off the cab driver from the back, you know.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
and we just see it like we see that fist like a bowling ball cause a crack like down the middle of it.
I'm gonna do stench of cigars. Or cigarettes. This whole place just reeks. It reeks of those cigarettes. Yeah, like Barf is smoking one and like drops it out the window as he sort of sees what's happening behind him.
Yeah. As like all of a sudden like there's the like the windows get like starts rolling down a window and the hat just blows off the top of their head, showing this large gash from the slip they had the night before.
Yeah. As you start like trying to get out of the car, I pull out my revolver and I point it straight at you. You trying to try something here?
Like I think we see the weight of that worn paperback copy of Moby Dick. Like we see that like sitting right over the heart, like Maurice's heart, and we see that there's an obvious spot where a bullet has been blocked before in it.
Yeah. Great. I my bloody knuckles. I think this is me like clenching the wheel of the car.
I was going to do both of these at the same time.
Yeah.
Cool. I think this like it all of a sudden like as I was unbuckling to get out, as you clench that wheel, all of a sudden you realize you can just slam the brakes as the worst damn luck sends me careening like through that window into the front seat with you. And we'll just use that to tag on some broken glass as the wound also too. Putting both of us in the front seat of the car smashed next to each other.
Great. You're like sticking through the like window kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Great.
As you slam on the brakes, there's like somebody trying to cross the street, and there's like somebody with a huge dog, and now the dog is really agitated and like barking loudly at the car.
Yeah. And we're about to sort of like have a fucking wrestling match inside this car. Devin, you want to count us down here?
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Ugh. All right. So your wound beats my bloody knuckles. I mean, I think this is me just sort of like pummeling you with my fists, but I can't. You're just sort of like a big person,
big sack of meat.
Yeah, and so I can't like actually get good leverage or like I'm not able to like get my fists in there the way I would like to.
Yeah. And I think what we see is just Maurice, like as they take those blows, like reaching out and just wrapping the like pulling the seat belt and like kind of wrapping it around you and like pulling you tight and kind of trapping you in that corner. Do these stay out, right? Because
they stay out. Yeah.
Because I mean I would like to continue to duel this.
Yeah. So before we flip that X card, Barf is like, "Don't do this, Maury."
You had your chance to do your job.
All right, count us down again. Oh, excuse me.
Devin, you got that?
Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Oh,
Mm.
I mean, you beat this man to death.
Yeah, I mean that is what happens. Like I think fist like bowling balls come out like it just you are now trapped and you're getting smashed and we already determined emaciated kidney needing
Yeah.
state
Yeah,
Maurice just beats the Justicar Barf to death.
Yeah, and the way that the rule for this is if you suffer your third wound, describe the last moments of your life at great length and then die. But I kind of feel like that's it. I kind of feel like we did it, like it's there's like a lot of people in the crowd being like, is everything okay? A woman knocks on the door. What's going on in there? And then screams and runs away because Barf is just dead.
Medical
As you get out and
emergency. He's dead.
wipe yourself down and walk away from the car.
Yeah. And scene.
Did it.
Yikes.
All right. Whose turn is it?
That was my scene that I called.
Yeah.
So is Mark next?
Might be back around to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Um.
It does kind of feel like it's time.
Yeah, I think this is Pastor John, and what he wants to do is kill Maurice.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe we want to do it the other way, where it's even if you play Pastor John, maybe it's Maurice wants to come kill Pastor John. Because I think Pastor John, through that trap, is like going to want to set the location here.
Yeah, that's true.
How do we think Maurice finds the location?
Maybe he finds it on Barf's body.
Oh yeah, sure.
I like it. I like a text to Barf.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Okay. And Queenie may very well be here also, right?
Yeah.
Plain support.
So we can. There's not like a third place to do this, but I'll kind of like put Queenie cards down here, and there's a way to do like 3-person duels, and we'll get to that when we get to it momentarily here. But in the meantime, Mark, you want to play Pastor John?
Yeah, I'll play Pastor John. Yeah.
Devin, you want to play one of these characters?
Sure, I'll play Maurice.
Great. Tony, you want to be Queenie?
I'll take Queenie. We'll let you just sit back and watch.
Yeah, my favorite. I'll facilitate.
Yeah.
Or maybe Hideko will come in for the rescue,
Who knows? We'll gotta play to find out.
So I think we're at Queenie's house, but I think Pastor John gets final say on that.
Yeah. Was Maurice going to come to the church to find him, and that's where they laid the trap?
I thought the idea there was that Queenie was like, come to my house and we can lay the trap there. But but maybe I had that wrong. If the idea was at the church, then fucking sick.
No, he probably went to the church and like it was locked up, or like he didn't find John there.
Oh yeah, and that's the second location is.
Yeah, great.
Queenie's out then.
I want to do heaps of garbage at Queenie's house. I think she's a hoarder.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That's my thing. Okay. Take it away.
Maurice is looking into his copy of Moby Dick, and he reads out one of his favorite quotes from Captain Ahab. I know not all that may be coming, but be what it will, I'll go out laughing. And he cracks his knuckles and walks down like this hallway in this apartment complex and knocks on the door. Despite Queenie suggesting that he would probably just knock it down, he does things the right way this time.
Probably Queenie's going to be inside, and I'm hiding outside, waiting to jump on him when he knocks.
So we want to get straight into duel setting here.
Yeah, let's just go for the duel. I think he's gonna attack without warning.
I'm gonna give a wound to Queenie right off the bat.
Wow.
I think
Whoa.
Queenie is just afraid for her son's life. Like, I think that's what the representation is here of the wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do this scene setting thing again. And with 3 people here, we should go really quick through these cards.
Yeah.
But I've done that one. Mark, you want to kick us off with Maurice?
Oh, I'm Maurice.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Devin.
So what? Oh, do I pick one of the cards?
Yep, and you just say how it's leading into the tension of the scene.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Can I pick a wound, or is it one of the?
Yeah. Do both the wounds at once, probably.
What is that?
Just
Can you
so
finish
just
me
be
again?
like, what's the feeling, or what's the literal wound, like whatever thing is. Tell it like exactly the same way that you were doing the like smell of the sea and other stuff earlier. You just do that with one of these cards.
Gotcha. I mean, I think I already described the Moby Dick
Totally.
paperback.
Mark.
Pastor John, when he knows he's gonna make a hit, takes out his glass eye and kind of like rubs it off, pops it back in, like he knows it's serious now.
Queenie.
Queenie in the kitchen, like we see, pulling out a knife and draining a big glass of wine.
Yeah.
There's like a little spigot on it, but she uses a knife.
Maurice. We could almost do the fists like the knock on the door.
Yeah. I love that.
And John's scar itches when it's time to go.
He's like right down the hall, you said? Is he like around a corner?
Yeah, or like he's like across the hall behind the door.
Mm-hmm.
Can I propose that Maurice gave him that scar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
When they were kids.
Yeah.
I think we see Queenie making like not like kind of we know in the camera is not aware of what's happening at the door yet. It just kind of we see light up combat boots walking down the hallway.
Maurice. Yeah, this stuff's a little wonky down here. So.
Very good.
Well, we just said that like nobody's home, right?
Queenie's
Seems like everybody's outside of. Okay.
Queenie's inside in the kitchen.
Yeah, Queenie's inside.
Oh, all right.
John is.
So he was just
across the
describing her
hall.
walking down the hall. Okay. Oh, she's answering the door. Okay.
Oh yeah, like interior hallway, not exterior hallway. Yeah.
Because I just described him walking down the hallway of the apartment
Yeah,
complex. Like
interior
the
hallway.
in. Cool. So I could take both wounds together.
Sure.
You said.
Yeah.
Okay. He also has a scar in his picture.
Multiple
if we
assassins
talked
with
about
scars? Never.
Yeah. I don't know. That just seems cool to have John kind of like fingering his scar, and then Maurice like kind of fingering his as their like sort of violent sympathy is like acting up.
Yeah.
And we just hear the like the racking of the shotgun behind the door across the hall.
And then as Queenie opens it, oh, you did come to see where I sleep after all.
Brought you a bottle of melatonin.
Tell us about the worst damn luck, Maury.
I mean, he's right. So the shotgun goes off, right?
Yeah, that's sounds ideal.
So he wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do, Tony, you're gonna have to do your card flip manually.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna count us down. The way this works with multiple people is like, especially when we have 2 people on a team here, each team takes their highest card, and then everyone on the losing team suffers a wound together.
Okay.
Like they both suffer a wound if there's 2 of them. Okay. 3, 2, 1, flip. Oh, flirty banter wins out.
Ooh.
So, Maurice gets to say what happens here, and would just die here, except that the Bloodhound has a special wound or a special move. The Bloodhound has a special move to call on the past, where they can pick one of their core 3 calling cards and describe a flashback to that card's origin and how the memory of it gives them strength, and then they can shrug off a lethal wound this way.
Nice.
But so you are the loser here, Maurice. So you get to describe both like what it looks like in the present, and you also get to decide whether you would like to survive.
Yeah, I think I do want to survive because that would be kind of anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at his stuff again. All of these sound good. Like getting the origin story for Moby Dick is good, but also like the worst damn luck saving his life is really interesting to me.
I'm also glad we potentially get Becca into a flashback scene. Doesn't have to be.
I got a pitch here for you.
Yeah.
I think the worst damn luck is fun here. We like flash back to Maurice just getting his ass kicked by Pastor John like over and over for like dumb reasons, like as a kid, and Maurice is able to like has learned from all that, right? Like the thing that happens here in the moment is like Maurice has gotten his ass kicked by this guy so many times that he's sort of like intuitively understands where this ass kicking is coming from.
Yeah, he's always expecting.
You gotta make your own luck.
Yeah,
because like Maurice could easily overpower John, but John has always had some stupid fucking thing up his sleeve that like Maurice is never expecting. And I like the idea that we like alluded to the like book in his pocket, like kind of like the classic like the Bible protects you. But I think Maurice is straight up just wearing a bulletproof vest. He was expecting John to pull some shit, and he came in like extremely prepared.
Totally. All right, let's go again. 3, 2, 1, flip. All right, excellent. Maurice wins this round.
So I'm dealing a wound to one of the other characters?
No, both of us.
No, so both of them take a wound.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's high. You have higher odds, but you have higher risk also too when you're doing it.
Gotcha. Nice way to treat somebody who just wanted to have a talk. And he like pulls out like a big bottle of champagne. And as they're both starting to like ambush him, basically he like whacks them both in the head with this glass bottle.
Sick. People on the losing side, you want to add any detail?
Yeah, I think we see, Queenie like totally unprepared for this, like flip over backwards over the couch, combat boots, like, shooting up in the air.
Yeah, I think John had to wasn't counting on having to reload, and that's when he got caught. He's like, "Oh no, I gotta!" Bam.
All right, Maurice, are we continuing to fight?
Is there a way I could de-escalate?
I mean, you can always try to just use your words between rounds to see if we can call it truce. Or when you win a round like this, you can run away.
I don't think he would run away. But I think he would be kind of unsatisfied with this just all kind of ending in violence.
Oh, really? That's not the impression I've gotten from
That's
him.
not the
A man
impression
who
I've
just
gotten
went
from
and fucking
Maurice either.
murdered Barf over this.
Like, what is?
I don't know.
I guess that's not a big deal.
the-
But what do you think he would want instead?
Yeah.
I still want like some sort of emotional beat before everything like goes nuclear. What does catch them with their heart exposed to again?
So that's if someone else is you think someone else is exposing their heart to you or being vulnerable with you, then you get to choose to either respond, risk something in return, and then you both heal a wound, or you don't and they suffer a wound. But someone else has to open their heart first.
Got it.
I would also say I imagine like the goal here is satisfying scenes. If you're like I want an emotional beat, I would imagine you can win and we can still play out a scene as people are dying. Like they don't have to be like it's not like I won game over, credits roll immediately.
Hard credits.
Yeah. And if the thing that you want here is to like have that conversation right now with Pastor John or Queenie, like totally there's room for that too.
Okay.
If you know what you want that to look like.
Before I end this, I need to know, why'd you do it, John? I thought you were a godly man. You preach forgiveness. Why couldn't you forgive her? It kicks him while he's on the ground.
Oh, look, she always liked you better, but that's not why. I can deal with that. It was the money. She was just keeping it and keeping it and keeping it. Some of us have to work for a living, and I decided it'd be better off if I just did one job instead of working the rest of my life, which feels like it's coming up pretty quick now.
You know they would have came after you. You know that was a losing gamble. What, you think you had some kind of guardian angel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, I do. I think that's when that's the cue for Queenie.
That's when Queenie jumps on. Yeah. Jumps on your back.
We gonna deal again?
I like that. Yeah, I think that's good to deal again.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, flip.
Oh, what? Oh, we got wounds all around, baby.
Wounds all around. When there's a tie, everyone suffers a wound.
Yeah, that's great. Just out of curiosity, the on a team duel, if one of us had a wound and one of us had not, it's only our highest card that matters, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's correct.
So everyone suffers a wound. Well, so Queenie is dead.
And
Queenie
Maurice is also dead.
Yeah.
Maurice is
Well,
also
you
dead.
so Pastor John's not dead. I just marked his second wound there.
Yeah.
Maurice can call on the past again if
Oh.
they would like to live. They can do it once for each of those core calling cards. So you can never call on the past again for the bad luck, but you could for the Moby Dick or the fists.
So as many cards as you have managed to get into your deck at that point in time are giving
It
you.
is 3 exactly. It is only
It's only
your
3. So even if you have traded cards with other people or modified
Yes.
your deck, you still have those
Yes.
cores. It's your core 3, the ones you started.
It's your original homegrown 3.
Does that mean that Queenie could also live?
No, that's
no.
only for the Bloodhound.
Only the blood.
Only the Bloodhound.
Oh.
So Queenie's going to die in this scene.
Yeah.
Damn. Fists like bowling balls or Moby Dick.
I got a pitch here too.
Yeah.
I think we just said Queenie jumped you, right? At the end of that last beat of dialogue. I feel like she jumps you and you respond with the fists and learning how to brawl with people, right? And I don't know what I don't know what the flashback looks like exactly, where was the origin of the fist like bowling balls, but I feel like that you are using those right now as Queenie comes to the end of her life, and that would be the thing to see.
Yeah, we just hear the crack and then the sound effect triggers the flashback.
Yeah. Oh, maybe
I
it's,
think it's a flash. Oh, what's up?
maybe it's like being really young and getting teased for having such big hands.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was gonna pitch that Maurice like was getting teased for his big hands and then like punched some kid out, but like did it poorly and broke his hand, and now Becca is like helping him like put it in a like
I love that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Real nice.
Yeah.
what are those things called that you put on your hand? The like metal supports.
The reps or the
Yeah. And she's like, I'm gonna have to teach you how to do that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She smiles at him. Yeah. But Queenie dies.
Queenie
I feel like
dies.
we need a big moment out of Queenie dying. What is that?
Yeah, I
like?
mean, I think we jump on your back. I think Queenie jumps on your back, like she's like right at you. She slices you with this knife she's been carrying. You know, there's a like tearing around the place. You know, we said hoarder, but I also feel like the way we've described some of Queenie, like I think that hoarding is also the hoarding of opulence, right? Like there's collections, there's little art pieces on display.
Yeah,
we see
yeah.
some of Heideko's art, but I also think like there's a smash through a wall, like with her on your back, and you end up just like pinning her against this big ornate like art piece that's sticking out of the wall. And you know, the line right before Queenie jumped you was like you know, you felt like you always had an angel watching over you. So I think as like we pull back and see that it's this it's like a statue of like Saint Michael slaying the devil, and she's been impaled on his spear that was sticking out, and and Pastor John's mom slumps to the ground in front of his eyes.
John, how does that make you feel?
Bad. Like it's horror at first, but then there's like a beat and it's almost relief because now we like, all right, Maurice, I got one, you got one. Let's call it even. I'll put mine on the ground, and we just let this go.
From hell's heart I stab at thee. For hate's sake I spit my last breath at thee. I charge you.
Let's flip them. 3, 2, 1, flip.
As I was quoting Moby Dick. And the scar and your neck that I gave you. Awesome.
Yeah. So
how did you give me the scar? Like maybe that's the same way that you're attacking me now, and I'm ready for it.
Knife fight, probably.
Yeah.
I think this was an unsanctioned knife fight. I think we definitely sparred under Becca's like tutelage. I think this was a fight she did not know about.
It got out of hand a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved her like a mother. I didn't have a mother. You had a loving mother. You didn't need that sort of figure in your life. And like, so I had that like stronger connection with her. So like, I loved her despite how like kind of tough she was on us, but like you resented her. You always didn't get along with her, never got along with me. And I think you were like talking shit.
Yeah.
And I jumped you like in an alley.
Yeah.
Like, and we had a
left me that
as
to
like
remember.
Teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it wasn't even a fight. It was just like you like get me good. And then.
Well, no, I like held you up against a wall with my like knife to your throat and said like, take back everything you said, or you'll feel this sink deeper.
Yeah. And I definitely did not. You just. Nice.
So in theory, you could call in the past again here to survive, but Pastor John's last card is a wound, and you're not beating that. So Maurice is going to die here.
That's fine.
And so maybe like you come at me with a knife and like catch it in my hand, like you like put it into the hand.
There actually, I mean, so Pastor John wins the round here. You so if Maurice called on the past and then Pastor John like offered peace again, Maurice would have another opportunity to take that peace.
I mean, I don't mind Maurice dying. Like that's a classic revenge story thing. Is like the guy who's seeking revenge dies in the end.
Yeah. So I guess
I'm cool. I'm cool whatever way.
Yeah, if you want to die, like I can, we catch the knife, it comes back around, and I push you up against the wall the same way you pushed me up against the wall. It's like, you know how that book ends, right?
Yes, but this is bigger than me, bigger than us, bigger than a life. I can't let you get away with this.
I guess that's not your
You
call.
took everything from me.
Go for it.
Oh, I was just saying.
No, go for it. Yeah.
No, that was it.
Okay.
You're like bleeding out as you say all this, right?
You took everything from me, like, not yet, I haven't. And then like, push the knife in.
John, how does it feel as you watch Maurice's life end? Was it worth it?
Bad again. It wasn't worth it. I wanted to leave, and like I wanted this to end peacefully. And
you needed 2 graves to be dug. You got 3, buddy.
Yeah, only 2. I only wanted 2 graves. Yeah, and I'm still gonna have to go into hiding. I lost my mom. It was not worth it. And,
do you think there's any actual like religion in him? Does he say a prayer?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think because like he couldn't find what he needed from Becca, like I think he turned to the church for that. And like maybe it's like religious out of spite, but there's still some genuine stuff in there.
Or he's like cosplaying it, waiting for it to actually like kick in.
Yeah, you fake it till you make it.
Like waiting for the belief to actually come, and it never does.
Yeah.
Well, the end of this game is we do an epilogue, so we can each go around and pick one character to give like a couple sentences about where they end up here. We have so many dead people. I don't know that we are going to actually like go through everyone here. But if we want to do the closing montage, that is what we do now.
Yeah. Let's see. Was that Mark's turn?
Yeah.
So I think if we're going in turn order, we've got Devin and then Sam. Devin, who do you want to narrate?
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I feel like a funny last scene would be Hideko killing John.
Yeah.
John is just like there sad in the apartment and then suddenly gets like shot from out the window or something.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a great ending.
That's
for
a
both.
great.
It's fucking Mark Wahlberg at the end of The Departed, right? Like,
Yeah.
I love that as like we get that all the bodies are there, sirens in the distance, cut the credits.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Revenge. It's not fun, kids.
The credit scenes are just different pictures of art from Hideko's gallery as it scrolls. This is great. Let's do our reaction roll.
That all like makes sense in context now that we know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do our reaction roll. Reaction roll is a live stream inside of a live stream. It's our chance to sit down with the creator of a game we just played and talk about what it was like to play that game. Today we're talking about Band-Aids and bullet holes. We just played it. Same for folks who are joining us late. Why don't you give us the elevator pitch for what Band-Aids and bullet holes is all about?
Yeah, so you can definitely see it there kind of in the key art, but this is, I explain this is my John Wick game, right? This is John Wick, it's Kill Bill, it's Fargo, it's something like that. It's a community of professional assassins living in a mythical metropolis that's definitely not just New York with a little bit of exaggeration. And mechanically, it's like a deck builder. It's very Fiasco kind of framing scenes going around. And we just played a version of it where basically everyone died bloodily in the pursuit of revenge. And that is pretty typical of how these things go.
Awesome. I had a great time playing. Let's hear from our other players, though. Mark, let's start with you. Tell people who you are, what you do, and what it was like to play Band-Aids and bullet holes.
Yeah, I'm Mark. I'm a game designer and maker of other stuff. And yeah, this was a great time. I've been listening to people talk about it for a little while now and been itching to get my fingers on it. This was a great way to do it. I'm a big fan of character promiscuity, I guess. The troop style play of playing each other's characters and like getting each person's perspective on each of the like really sharply defined characters and how they interact. And yeah, it was a great time all around. Perfect ending. Perfect arc, top notch all around.
Cool, awesome. Did you have
Devin?
any questions you wanted to ask Sam?
Go for it.
The superpower of the Bloodhound was a fun surprise. Do the other powder kegs have similar tweaks like that?
So that superpower exists in every powder keg. That's just sort of a generic thing to prevent the protagonist from getting killed too early. You know.
Yeah.
There's another power. The Bastard used to have this special power, but now the city can just have anyone do it at any point to send in 24 goons. So any character can just suffer a wound to send 24 goons into whatever scene is currently happening.
Awesome.
And that's on like I didn't really put the reference sheets in front of people, but that's on the city reference sheet. When you're the city, you can just sort of like interrupt. Oh, you're having like a lovely moment. Here's 24 goons, and that's always a really fun scene.
I feel like that story was too personal for 24 goons.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's perfect though. Sometimes you get the two ex-lovers, like one of them's patching the other up in the back of the veterinarian clinic, and they're like about to confess their feelings for each other when blam, goons.
Love it.
Awesome. Devin, how about you? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I liked the deck building element of it. And speaking of that, I was really intrigued by, I was just looking at the PDF a little bit. I like the idea of creating your own calling cards by like physically writing on physical playing cards.
Yeah. It's
where
really
did that
fun.
idea come from?
That came from, I want to say, Randy Lubin. I was playtesting this at Big Bad Con in 2024, and the way it had so the way it had always been the case that you originally it was like every character had a character sheet, and on the character sheet it was basically a place to write down, okay, I've got a king, a queen, and a 2 in my deck, and the king is this calling card, and the queen is that, and the 2 is this. And so there were always custom calling cards in the game. And then Randy was like, why aren't you just writing these custom calling cards right onto the cards and getting rid of the character sheet? And I was like, why am I not just doing that? That's great. Let's do that. And it's really good and really effective. And then you get like a sort of like legacy deck that you get to like carry around with you and like reuse next time you play and reincorporate those old themes and motifs. It's a fun thing.
Yeah. You could easily broadly be applied to like other characters and stuff too. It doesn't need to be like the same character. They can just be like cool themes, especially if you see those like same themes in another context. It's almost like a fiasco playset.
Yeah, and you end up getting stuff like the venue calling cards get reincorporated a lot because you end up like running out of cards in the deck. So it's like, okay, we had peeling paint. The city is just peeling paint is everywhere. Exposed brick is everywhere. And that like gives you kind of the character of like what the neighborhood is like, you know?
Awesome. I had a blast playing. Sorry, the laundry is going in the background here, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it is. One of my kids decided to come down and turn it on. Anyways, it was a blast. I had a lot of like great expectations going in. They were all tremendously met. It was really cool to see it kind of in action, and it was interesting to see how quickly it went from like, oh, no one's fighting to like everyone's dead.
Yeah,
in the game. Also, too, how many surviving characters do you feel like you have on average in a game? From playtesting?
This was, I believe, the bloodiest game of this I've ever had. Actually,
What?
typical is like 2 people dead. Like 1 person dead is pretty common. 2 people dead is probably like 1 person dead, and like a lot of people with 2 wounds is pretty common. Occasionally I've seen 3 people die. That tends to be a situation where it's like, okay, the bastard sends a henchman after the bloodhound. The henchman dies first, then the bloodhound fights the bastard, and like both of them end up dying in the like confrontation. But 2 is much more typical than 4.
That's great.
Well, to be fair, the last death was a narrative in the epilogue.
That is true. But
we 4 is still higher than
we'll count it. Yeah.
No, I think it was, like I said, it was really great, and we've talked a little bit about it, but like just getting to see how like the art shaped some of it. It was interesting to experience. You and I had talked about like, oh, like what is the type of attachment that comes when creating a character, and I was like, I'll be immune to that. I'm not. No one is. But it was interesting to see like where different player choices took us, like watching other people's reactions around like that was all really fun, and it felt like everybody was still like super bought in. And then like the city element and the chorus element felt really great also too, just to keep everybody hooked in the moment of play.
Yeah,
That reminds me of Fall of Magic.
Yeah.
totally.
That game always recommends that you do that, like if you're not directly in the scene.
Yeah, and I think it's even easier to do in person. Everything about this game just like works easier in person, as I think is true of many role-playing games. But like having the like physical stack of playing cards like available to you, it's really easy to just sort of like silently be like, what about this one? Like, or like gesture to people, that kind of stuff. Or to just like write up a new calling card for the venue and like throw it onto the table. Or again, like modifying other calling cards happens a lot more of like, oh, like the Barf's cigarettes fell out the window. Okay, now instead of having a pack of cigarettes, he just has the stench of cigarettes or whatever. That kind of stuff is really fun.
I'm a little curious about how often, like what is the edge case on Bloodhound successfully surviving and winning versus Bastard surviving?
It is really rare for the like call on the past move to not get used at least once. But it is also really rare for the Bloodhound to die. 3 extra lives essentially is a lot. I think I've played this game 30, 40, 50 times now, something like that. It's probably on the low end of that, but let's say 30 times. And I think I've seen 3 Bloodhound deaths that couldn't be mechanically prevented, including this one.
Well, couldn't I have like done a mutual death there?
I don't think so. I think you could have decided to walk away, but I think mechanically you were just doomed. Like you could have.
I would say like I was open to the idea of like rolling again, but if it was just going to be like a mutual destruction, I thought like Father John walking away from the fight was more interesting.
Yeah, I agree. No, the thing that would have happened next is you would have flipped up your last calling card, which was like the worst damn luck, against Pastor John's wound, which would have defeated you. Pastor John was living no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you don't end up adding another wound to your deck because you're surviving and stuff.
Makes sense.
And that the option would have been to run away, do another scene, come back and see what happens with the new cards, which could have still been dying.
And I mean, like no one this game just sort of naturally people understand not to play to win and instead play to die, play to lose. But I am really curious what happens if you take this game and play it like really protective of your characters, like and maybe even like sync up to like everyone takes one character in particular and tries to do the best by them. Because I think you end up with weird stuff like going to like you're constantly trying to make friends with people so that you can share your feelings with them and they will heal you. And you're also constantly going to people and being like, hey, I saw you have a flamethrower there that's value of ace. Could I just like borrow that real quick? Like, you know, like the like calling card borrowing game, I think becomes much more loud. But I don't know. That
doesn't seem like in the spirit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that because, like I said, I've played this game fucking 30 times and I want to like try some new stuff. But I think generally, yeah, people just like want to do the genre thing, which is the fun thing that we did here, where everyone dies and it feels terrible.
It does. The great thing is, like, even having played a full session, there's plenty of things I want to pick at in this game and like pick it up and play again. It also plays fast enough to be like, once you know what you're doing, to be like, because this feels like a game that plays easily in 90 minutes if everybody's sitting down and is like, hey,
100%.
like it is as long as a actual like, you know, killing revenge
in
movie.
playtesting. Lady Tabletop, my friend, was sort of an early fan of the game, and I did a lot of like one-on-one playtesting with, and we played like a genuine full game of it in an hour.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like hitting some of those other things that you were talking about, I think would be a blast. The healing, like we didn't get into let's be vulnerable to each other, and
yeah.
My other question is, like, I think we were in our fourth scene before anybody got in a fight. How quickly do people usually?
That's pretty typical.
That is pretty typical.
Every once in a while you get someone who right away is like,
that feels like
I
the
killed
other
that
option.
person.
Yeah,
but like it is, I would say it's very rare for scenes 2 and 3 to have fights in them, right?
Yeah.
Like scene 1, occasionally someone is like, I want to find out. And otherwise, where we had our first duel is really, really typical.
Yeah, because I feel like the other option is, I just beat them to death, and then now all of a sudden I'm like, people are after me for having violated the rules of the Justicar, or whatever the turn of the narrative is.
Yeah, another thing that like often happens up front when someone pulls off that first duel. This is like my trick when I when I take the first scene. I just pick up the Bloodhound and I'm like, okay, well, they want to kill the bastard, and that's what the first scene is. Like, let's do it. And the way that almost always ends is bastard runs away. But like now they both have a couple wounds, or the Bloodhound gets their ass kicked and is like, oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought, and then like runs away to like regroup. And like both of those I think are really good ways to like juice the beginning of a session.
Yeah, like I said, it's really cool to see the structures of this type of narrative come through without it being like, hey, you have to, like, you got to almost kill somebody in the first, or you got to do this, or this is like, it's one of the things that this is a type of game that like there isn't hard system mastery, but the flexibility for how this specific type of narrative comes in is really, really excellent and like really exciting to see in play. I'm looking forward to playing more, and you know how you can play more. Good watcher out there. Go over to Kickstarter, ttrpg.link/BAABH, and it'll take you straight over to the Kickstarter. You can also just search it on Kickstarter if you don't remember what that was. It's linked in the description down below, also to wherever you happen to be watching this. But this was great. How much longer do you have on the campaign, Sam?
We got about 2 weeks, 2 weeks exactly from today. 2 weeks exactly from today, I will be sitting down to a revival screening of Midnight Run, one of my favorite movies, and that's what I'm doing to celebrate at the end of the Kickstarter.
Awesome.
So that's what's up.
It is funded. You are unlocking stretch goals right now. Where are we at in the cool extra stuff process?
Yeah, so I don't have like proper stretch goals that are visible to people. I do have a secret hidden stretch goal. So we're at about 9,200 right now, and when we get to about 11,000, I'm going to be able to up the production values of the box set, which I think is really the core thing that I think people should be trying to pick up here. So I'm very hopeful with 2 weeks left that we will be able to get there, but haven't yet. Go check it out. Back it up.
Awesome. Super excited about all the folks you have contributing. Also, they're some of my favorite people. Speaking of which, unannounced, we have our second episode this month as a random thing of Show Me Your Moves happening. We're going to have John Harper on at the end of this month to talk about that, who's up and coming game designer. You've given a great chance to be a contributor to your campaign. Really, really excited to see what they have to say about design as a newcomer to the scene.
Yeah.
So good for you for uplifting folks. Let's see what's going on tomorrow and Sunday. We have session 3 and 4, which will be our finale of our Stone Top actual play. It's a 4-part series plus a session 0 for the game that, oh man, we're gonna have to ship so many of next month. We're very, very excited about. It's a Iron Age hearth fantasy in a world that never was. Huge Welsh influences, tons of like weird fae, which we're messing around with right now. And you're managing a little village on the edge of the world, and you are the heroes of that village. It's been an absolutely great series, but we'll be finishing that out this weekend, and then we're headed to Game Face Con next weekend. But we've also got Soothe Wardens launching next week by Navarre Jackson that I'm super excited about over on BackerKit. And we will be having Navarre and Luke from Wildwoods Games here to talk for our next Now You've Seen It episode. They're going to interview each other about Navarre's Corrupted and about Luke's Heaven and the Dust. So if you're a big fan of PBTA, high narrative games, other things like that, come back next Wednesday for that 3-part interview. It's going to be late because Navarre lives on the western coast and Luke lives in Australia, so we're gonna be doing it at 10 p.m. instead. We've never figured out a good way to end streams here on Plus One. At this point, we're not interested in trying to figure one out, so I'm just gonna wave at the camera until I take us off air. Bye, everybody.
Bye.